Can you hear me okay? Yes, the meter seems to be working, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm Tom. I'm going to be playing some Propolis tonight, which is B-based worker placement, area majority, gathering resources and building things kind of a game. It's got a bit of a taste of Splendor in it, in that we are building up these resources to buy these structures that will then give us, as well as scoring opportunities, will give us permanent resources that we can in future use to buy buildings and maybe even a really impressive Queen's building later on. You can only have one of those, and we're going to try and score the most points in doing that. It's from Flat Out Games, the Flat Out collab, who have produced a huge list of amazing things at this point. Probably most notably, like, the trilogy of Calico and Verdant and Cascadia. Forgot the middle one there. Hey, look out for Cascadia soon. There'll be a new thing coming up. I'd like to try Junior Cascadia as well at some point. I mean, admittedly, it's going to be a few years away from it being useful with my baby, but hey, it's cool that it's not just going to be Junior Monopoly. AV good, brilliant. Hey Aldrin, hey Leon, hey James. I guess before we get started, if you would like to help support the channel, you can do it on Patreon. You can join as a YouTube member. There's a join button under the video somewhere. We do a vote on Patreon every month that Propolis has almost won. It didn't win. It is still ongoing, so you can change what is in the lead at the moment. But Inventions, the Vita Lacerda game, is in the lead. I'm a bit late to the party, but very excited. It's completely new to me, Vita Lacerda game. It's just going to take more preparation than a game I have played before. Marty is enjoying his nice warm bed downstairs, and Sabrina is probably asleep. Hopefully. Hopefully peacefully asleep. So, with all that stuff said, did I have any announcements at the beginning? I don't know. I don't know if I've said like in streams before, because I don't want to. If you're just here for the gameplay, you can skip this bit. Bang on about Sabrina all the time, but yeah, I noticed like at the moment anyway, like there's been changes and things. Like I'm the main person looking after Sabrina, which has been lovely, but there have been teething problems with that, and yeah, time is greatly reduced for making a ton of videos. So yeah, at the moment, Arkham Horror is on hold. They're filmed and done, but yeah, editing time is very, very tight. So for the next few weeks, we've got some more Pathfinder coming up. Hopefully, Arkham will come back to take its place after that. I do have something else exciting that I started filming as well. Yeah, there's something for the new Distilled game coming up. There's a lot of like S&E things and Kickstarter things arriving that I'm going to be filming in like the evenings and spare time. But Thursday for the foreseeable future anyway, then we're going to have some Thursday night streams. And we'll start with Propolis, which is probably not going to be too long a stream, to be honest. It's not an enormously long game. Like, how long was the original playthrough? I thought I had it open, because it's quite easy to just copy my old setup of games. It's half an hour edited down, so it's probably only going to be like an hour-ish stream or so. So, in this game, we are going to deploy our beeples, our worker bees, to these fields out here that will be ever shifting throughout the game. On your turn, you can put down as many beeples as you like onto a completely empty card. A lot of the spaces on the cards correspond to the different types of flowers that we can gather. So I could just stick 4 down on this card on my turn and get 4 of these sunflowers, and then I can spend these resources in the future to pay for the costs on these building cards. Look, give me more points than that. I can gain more worker beeples because there are 3 I don't have access to at the start of the game, and I might well spend them to buy some of these things. I can swap resources, lose any one resource to gain any one other. What are the other icons? Oh, there's a special one. So, James, this is the Kickstarter edition, but the only difference, as far as I can see, I did say not sponsored by Games Law, but I was looking at the new release list earlier today, and this is coming out along with all of the other Flat Out games from the Kickstarter, which were Knitting Circle, the spin-off of Calico, which has a mini expansion for Calico, and Point Galaxy. They're coming to UK retail at least next week, and they're all the Kickstarter versions. So the only difference is a mini pack of cards that had more structure cards and more Queen's Building cards. I have just mixed those in. In fact, you can see one right here that I need. I thought I had it at the ready. It basically means that you can copy the type of terrain that the arrow is pointed to, like either side. If this was in the middle somewhere, it could function as the space like that is pointed to either side. Allow players to gain the rewards of any single action space on an adjacent card in its row. On the other side of these cards is these structure cards. So they will be refilled from the same deck, so you can kind of see what terrain might come out as things get cleared away. And more players, there are more rows of these things. Hey Joel, how's it going? Serena have bionic ears, kind of. I think probably. She's got supersonic ears. She is definitely like responding to her name a load now, which is pretty cool. We're going to be playing the solo version of it, which has a solo deck of cards. The solo player does not have 3 of its peoples taken away, does not need resources, a player board, anything like that. The deck is going to tell us what the solo player is going to do on their turn, and we are playing medium difficulty, which means 2 of the 16 cards are removed from the game at the start of it, because one of the triggers for the end of the game, solo-wise, is that we go through the solo deck twice, so 28 turns. The other trigger for the end of the game is someone has built 10 things. So these structure cards and the Queen's one, you've got your starting structure. It does include your starting structure, right? Trigger. Yeah, that's 10. Yes, it includes their starting structure. So the starting buildings, I have number 5. And I should get myself an extra one of this, this, and this. I have a permanent orange. This counts as building D, and I score 2 points at the end of the game for every pair of A and D buildings I have. The Queen's buildings, you can only build 1 of these, and they are very expensive, and you can only use permanent resources to build them, rather than the ones that we're gathering here. You can mix and match on building these things. They count as any letter you like. So I don't think we've got any of the Kickstarter ones of those in here yet. So I have starting card 5. The bot has starting card 2, so they're going to go first. So we draw a card for them, and it has 2 options on it. They are going to try and do the top thing. If they can't do the top thing, they'll try and do the bottom thing. So anything with the bees and an arrow to a resource, they are going to go to the first available card with that type of resource on it, and they are going to deploy the maximum number of beeples on that card. Now, to get the pink, there is only 1 card available right now, so they are going to fill it up. And there is a majority thing over here, so like when no cards are empty in the row, we will evaluate a majority and people will get bonus things. So that's all they're doing. They got to do the top thing, so they won't do the bottom thing. It comes to me. We have options on our turn. So we can do what the bot just did. Deploy worker peoples. Pick 1 completely empty card. It doesn't matter if they'd only placed 1, I couldn't place it in this space. It has to be completely empty. And place as many beeples as you like on it and get the resources from that card. You can fortify them. Actually, I need to stand these guys up. I'm so used to bird's eye lying everything down. But it makes a difference whether they're stood up or sat down. So once you have played beeples onto a card, you can fortify them, lie them down, as many as you like on up to 2, actually. Not as many as you like. Up to 2 on 1 card, and you get the rewards again, and the fortified ones, the lying down beeples, count for more when it comes to the majorities. You can retreat, pull back any number of the beeples you like, but that's your turn. You can build a structure, either one of the standard ones or the Queen's Palace buildings. You can only have 1 of those, though. And that's that, I think. Those are your options on your turn. So at the start, let's have a look then. We've got a permanent orange. I've got 1 more orange. It's unlikely we're going to build something right at the start, but just to see what we're missing, like the Trillium shop here, I would get a permanent wild, but it's a C, so it doesn't give me any other scoring, either just straight up points or more scoring opportunities like my starting card. It'd be nice if one scored for A's and D's as well. So I've already got a D, so building an A would be nice. When the bot draws a building card, they're going to build the first card of one of the rows. So if you've got your eye on one of those, then try to build it quickly. So the A out here, Crocus College, would give me 2 more oranges. I would need 6 yellow and 4 purple to build it. So purple, pretty impossible right now. We've got 1 wild in the bank. Well, maybe we should go for that Trillium shop. We would lose 2. We would have to spend 2 beeples to build it as well. We're only 2 orange away. Well, 1 orange because of our permanence. And 1 pink. I can't get a pink right now. But I do have that wild. So all I've got to do is get orange. So I think for my turn, I'm going to place here and here. Fill this card up with my bees. I get 1 bee from the supply. I get 1 orange resource. And that's my turn. Didn't get a lot of stuff. But I've done something. Bot. Hey, Steph, how's it going? I'm going to place on the first card with orange on it. That's not possible. So they are going to build... Check that I'm saying this right as I'm saying it. They're going to build the leftmost structure from the second row. Needn't have worried. So they don't care about paying resources, any of that kind of thing. You are just trying to get the highest score, but as with all of the flat-out solo things, there are a load of achievements that you can be trying to shoot for as well. You should put a rocking seat in the studio so you can listen to your voice as you do a playthrough. We're hoping for something like that later on. Like, we need more space in here because it's a tip. Like, the whole house is kind of like that because it was pretty full as it was, and then you need a lot of stuff for a baby. But hoping, like, that she might be happy sitting in here for a little bit to get a bit of time doing stuff, or when she starts napping, like, on her own and stuff at, like, 6 months. We'll see how things go. Because yeah, at the moment when she goes for some naps, I think like, oh, I could maybe film something in this this gap of nap, but it's harder to do stuff in bits as well. But we need to do some up because another thing is, basically, like I said this last week when we did Vantage. Vantage is the first game that I'd played since we did Aquaria about a month ago, and this is the first game I've played like offline. Not including a bit of Board Game Arena. This is the first game I've played since Vantage, I think. I've been watching some games though. More board game videos than I usually do. But a lot of them have been for one game that I'm hoping to play myself again at some point soon. But we've got a lot of stuff to do in the run up to Essen. So the buildings in the multiplayer game don't need to be like a conveyor belt like that. That's just for the solo game where they're always going to take the leftmost thing so they slide along. Okay, so I can buy, if I'm willing to spend my wild, I could get that Trillium shop. It seems so good to have that wild. I'm going to do it. I'm going to build a structure. Pay 2 bees, 3 orange, so that's all of them right now. 3 pink, 2, and my wild makes 3. I'm going to build that Trillium shop. Slide them along. And that's my turn. Bot is going to place on the first card on with unfortified beeples on the first row. Oh no, that's tip them over. It's going to deploy them in the first available card on row number 1. This one's fortify. It would fortify beeples on the first available card of its own in row 2. So it is going to place 4 out here. So for majorities, if you don't get 2 until a row is full, majorities, they've got a lot on that row. Could try and work towards this one some more. Okay, so I've got a bit of stuff. I would like... Black-Eyed Susan's Tavern would get me a purple permanent, and it only costs 4 yellow, which is very easy to get. So you've got a wild anything, though. I've still got a purple. We could use the wild as the pink, and then if I got 3 yellows, it doesn't give me a permanent anything, though. This, it gets me 2 bees when I build it, and it counts as a bee building, and it's worth a point. Wait a minute, am I doing that the right way around? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Right. So yeah, pink's going to be hard to do with what we've got out here. Like, this would get me an orange and one yellow. That's not great. Getting a blue would be okay. None of it's that exciting right now. And this would give me a point for every C. I'd like to build up some resources. Just a lot requires pink right now. Having 4 purple seems like a big ask, but that would be 2 permanent oranges. I think let's actually compete for this row. I'm gonna place 4 on a card as well. Let's just build up some yellows. 1, 2, 3, 4, and worry about it later. Bot is going to go to the first card with available yellows, which means it's going to place them all on here. We don't really have to worry about what he's actually doing on his turn. So, if I fill this card, we would evaluate majorities. And the way it would go, every standing beeple counts as 1. Hi, Marty. There's not a lot of room for you, I'm afraid. Your little curl-up spot in the corner. You catch him in one of the nature playthroughs where he had a little curl-up corner free. Unfortunately, Marty, there are the pieces to distilled everywhere outside the camera zone right now. So you won't be able to have much of a visit. I'm sorry. Your food will come out in a minute, though. Marty, what should I build? There's bees. So yeah, the way majorities would be evaluated as soon as a row is full at the end of my turn. It would be a point for every standing bee, 2 points for every fortified bee, and whoever has the... So Marty's starting to destroy distilled. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about majorities. Whoever has the most in the row for free gets to take back all of their beeples, and if that player isn't the active player, they get a wild resource. Another thing, an incentive to trigger a majority when you aren't going to win it is that for being the last person to fill up a row, you get a wild resource, and that could be really useful. So I could, to try and stave off and try and win this row, I could spend my turn just fortifying. But remember, we've got a hard turn limit in the solo game. So have I even got the time to do that? So if I place these 2 here for resources I'm not fully bothered about, green would still win. So I would get the wild for filling up the row, but yeah, we do need 6 and 4 for this, and that's how the cards will like reset and shift a bit as well. Hey Lynette, how's it going? So what else can I get? A beeple and a blue. Blue's not useful for a ton of stuff right now. 3/3/3 here. And then I'm out of bees, and if a majority... The majority won't get triggered here, so I won't even get my beeples back. Maybe I do want to lie these down. Let's get me 2 more yellow, please. Nearly at my limit. And fortify up to 2 on 1 card. Going to place on the first available card. Yeah, they weren't going to fill up that row. First available one here. What if there's a... I think if there's a tie just on numbers, the majority is not resolved. If there's a tie... Oh yeah, if there's a winner, we resolve it. So I could go here now, get the wild for completing the row, and it wouldn't get resolved right now until someone fortified. But if he fortifies on his turn, he will win the majority. But he might not. I'm going to get a beeple and a blue. Isn't resolved because we're completely tied. Bot is going to fortify the first available thing in row 1. Big mistake. So it is surely going to win this top row. But on my turn, I will get myself an orange and a beeple. And now there is a winner because we've got 2, 4, 6 versus 4. So I get to... Oh, I get a wild for filling up the last card. I get a wild for fortifying a full row. And then I get these guys back. But it is my turn, so I don't get a wild for winning the majority. Then we get rid of the rightmost card, I believe. Remove the rightmost completely empty card. Discard it and slide everything along. And then a new one comes out here. Boom. Majority done. It took a couple of turns mucking about. They're going to place in the first available card in the 1 row. So now we can see that they've definitely got the majority there. So they get all their beeples from row 1 back. Rightmost empty card goes away. But you can see the little advantage is that we've got bees out here for the future. Okay, so with all of this stuff now, I've got 3 blue. I haven't got a load of pink though. Pink is hard. We could be swapping though. You could be swapping these yellows for pinks, and even get one back. So I'm thinking of this Abasia Belfry over here. Just I would like A's and D's, wouldn't I? Well, if you swapped for some yellows here to do Yarrow Tower, you might be able to do that. And that one should have a load of blues. Just we do want an A. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3. Get myself a yellow, and then I'm going to trade 2 yellows for 2 pinks. Let's think about this Yarrow Tower. Ooh, what about the Crocus College, though? Yeah, I'm changing my mind all over the place. Crocus College, because I've got 2 wilds. We could do that. I've got a wild there. I wouldn't have to spend anything. Boom. Okay, going to fortify the first available ones in row 2. So it's probably going to win the majority for row 2. I am going to build Crocus College. So 6 yellows, 3, 4 purples. And we can stack some of these up to like what they permanently give you. So slide them along. Oh, no, they build the leftmost one, don't they? Slide them along. Okay. Bot's turn. I don't know what I'm going to do next. They're going to place in the first available thing in row 2. Placed. So yeah, I could just go there to get the wild. I wouldn't get my guys back. But let's see, a blue I'm not very bothered about right now. I've only got 3 beeples though. I would get another one. What can we really afford? For me, we need yellows and pinks again for that. I've got a load of orange now. We'd want to build up purple for this. But I'm halfway there just with the permanents for that. The Abasia Belfry. I've got the orange, I've got the blue. 3 pinks. I could do that. Let's do that. Let's build it and see what he does. 3 orange, taken care of. 3 blue, taken care of. 3 pink. 1, 2, 3. Done. Slide a new thing out. Happy with that. Okay, it's going to build the structure in row 2. You don't know which cards you've... I'm playing at medium difficulty, so we've removed 2 of the bot's cards. You remove more at hard difficulty, and you don't know what you've removed. So you could be removing their build a structure cards, and that would mean, you know, they're not actually racing against you. And we could be looking at this as well. Like, I've got too much orange to build these. Because you can only buy these with permanents. It'll be okay, though. So they built a structure. I'm sure I can't build anything right now. Nothing new came in that's got oranges. So what are we going to do? Do we trigger this to get the wild? Or I could do a swapsy and a blue and then hope that the bot places there just to fill up the row, and I would win the majority. But all you get to do is have all your meeples back. I could just place one on here, but then that's your whole turn just gaining one yellow. And the way the structure thing works is like the way the structures are bought is the same as Splendor. You're spending your resources or your permanent things to buy these buildings, and the buildings often give you permanent things, but they're also part of scoring, and they might give you a scoring condition themselves. And then to buy the cool things, you need the permanent things. But then there's this worker placement thing down here with some majority in it as well. And they're the same cards. They're the other side of these cards. I don't know. I wish all of these guys weren't here. I could just recall them. But again, that's your whole turn just doing that. And what are we building towards? I would like a load of blue, but I don't just want to spend the whole turn just getting a blue. Like right here, what about this Joe Pie home? 3 yellow. It's easy to get yellow. A pink, wild. A purple, done. Oh, and these ones that score you for resources at the end of the game, they score permanent and resources you have. So it's still worth having those to spare if you score them. So I could just get myself 2 yellow, and if he doesn't complete this, I could complete it myself. Because I've got a beeple left. And then I've got the 3 yellow that I need. What is the bot doing? Placing on the first thing that's got purple. That's not possible, so he's building structure from the first row. Slide them all along. Something better for me come out? Yes, but it needs resources I don't have. That is better. It's an A as well. I score for pairs of A and D. Okay. So I'm going to... Do I want to get a blue just because it's scarce? I want to do that more than swap, don't I? I could just buy the house and wait for him to trigger this, but if I trigger it, I get a wild, because I've placed on the last available card there. I get the blue for placing the thing on there, and at the end of my turn, I have won the row. I get all my beeples back from this row anyway, which does happen to be them all. Rightmost card goes away. Slide them along. And that's it for my turn, isn't it? We are almost halfway through. So they're building another structure. Remember I said they might not rush me along. It's a race to 10 structures or go through their deck twice. Okay, the Wild Dance Hall, it is a D, but I don't really need more permanent oranges. Particularly. I'd like permanent yellows, but a lot of permanent oranges are coming out. Okay, I think a new card's coming out as well aren't helping me with these different colours. So I think it would be a good idea. Let's buy that Joe Pie home. 3 yellow. Pink is handled by the wild here. Purple is handled by that. And it doesn't give me a particular scoring right now. It gives me just a point at the end and 2 Bs now. Which I would like permanent things, but it only costs me those yellows, which are easy to get. Bot is going to be placing on the first available blue, which is there. Oh, and it places as many things as possible, doesn't it? Ooh. So what's next? I don't need more bees. I mean, this only wants you to spend 2 bees and 4 yellows. It's another permanent purple, which is I don't need 2 purples to build any of this stuff up here. You would give me 2 blues, but I need 4 purple, which is doable. Let's do it over here. Earn a yellow, do 2 swapsies. Earn a yellow, swapsy it for purple. And I'm also going to swapsy the orange for purple, because I've got loads of permanent orange. And then that's 2, 3, 4 for next time. We can build that. And then that's 2 permanent blues, which helps us a lot for this stuff and maybe in building things. Happy with that. But last card of the deck. So this is turn 14. Place on the first thing with blue available is here. They win the majority for this row. Get all of their beeples back. Rightmost card goes away. Slide them along. And you go out there. A new opportunity to get pink and orange, which I might take. They're not going to build that Sage Priory right now. Do you want to do that? Pink and yellow's probably better. Just thinking it's hard to get the pinks. Let's get the pinks. Permanent yellow is my trouble, isn't it? And scoring for Cs. That would give you scoring for Cs. And that would give you the permanent blues that would help you towards it. Place on here. Build the Sage Priory. Yeah, build the Sage Priory. So this gives me permanent blues. Costs me 1, 2. Oh, 3, 4. I don't even need to spend that wild. Brilliant. Forgetting about this permanent wild. That's helpful, isn't it? And that will help for this, won't it? So let's have a wild of everything for Combe Castle. That might have to be what we go for, unless some permanent yellows come out. Okay, so I built on my turn. We need to shuffle the deck. Need to run into issues getting the colour I need, probably a shuffling issue. I mean, yeah, but like it's been a bit restrictive in the field, but also, yeah, in the... If letters go well for you, the letters coming out that you score for, as well as you've got to have the permanent resources to be able to get one of these big points things up here. I don't know how many points I've scored right now. Right now, this is going to be like a tiny stream. Well, to make up for it, when we get to inventions, which is either going to be next week or the week after, that's probably going to be like a 3-hour stream. So I guess it balances out. But what are you up to? Oh no, fortifying the first available card in row 1. Done. What shall I do? I like something that would score me for C buildings, because I've got 2 of them right now. And that would be another one. Orange is sorted. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. Purple, 1, 2. So I need a purple or a blue. I didn't pay 2 beeples to build that. So I was just thinking, do I go here or here? I think I'm not bad for bees right now. I think I'm going to go here. Get me an orange and a blue, please. And I should be able to build that next time. But place on the first thing with available oranges, which is down here. And then I'm going to build this. So I've got permanent for you. 2, 4 for blue. 1, 2 for purple. Is fine. Gets me a B right now. But scores me for other Cs. I don't want the letters group, don't you? If they're not going to score you for anything. So I've got 1 pair of A and D there. Not too bad. I'll slide these along and see what comes out. And so we've got, a D there. Permanent purple. We don't need it for the Queen's things, but might be useful. Place on the first available thing in 1. That's this. So if I placed here, they would win the majority because these fortified ones counts them having 1 more than me. So maybe I just let them do that and carry on thinking about the bottom row, or I could fortify myself. I haven't got a lot of resources to be doing swapsies with, though. What are we going to build? Yeah, no permanent yellows are out. So at the moment, Combe Castle is the only opportunity to be building one of those. If I had a load of yellows... I could build Lil Mill. I think that's probably the best thing right now. Yeah, Zinnia Market I haven't really got a load of pinks for. So maybe I do go for this, just so I can get all of the yellows. And build Lil Mill. See, Waggle Dance Hall is nice because it's another D, but I don't need even more oranges. Lil Mill gets me a bee back as well. Yeah, let's go here, because we'll also get a wild for filling it up. We won't win the majority, but I get a wild for placing on the last card in the row. And I've just got 4 yellows. They win the majority, so get their bees back. And then the rightmost empty card goes away. And we fill in. Then it's their turn. They're going to place on the first available thing on row 2. I see, to build Lil Mill. If I got myself another yellow right now, so I wouldn't have to spend the wild, I would get a wild for filling the row. But as soon as they fortify on row 2, they would win the majority, unless I'm going to fortify it as well. I don't need the wilds right now. So maybe we'll leave that for a future turn, and I'll just build Lil Mill. So 4, 5 yellow, 3 orange, 1, 2, 3 blue. And that will help me for A things and get me a B. So I'm back up to full. How many things have I built? I've definitely caught up. 3, 5, 7, 8. I don't know how many points they're going to add up to, really. I wish I'd given myself a point for every A. So that's 2 so far. A D would be another pair for this. They're going to place on the first available yellow. So go here. So I could actually force the majority to be myself here by picking up an orange. I don't really need an orange, and I don't need a B. So downsides all around there. What do I need? So it'd be nice to get a D. Maybe we should go for the Queen's building and just accept that these yellows aren't coming out and go for Combe Castle. We've got time. See, Waggle Dance Hall would be another D. It'd be nice to get scoring for Bs. Is that out? No. Scoring for Cs we've got. I mean, A and C, we've got 2 As and 3 Cs right now. That wouldn't be too bad. Have 4 yellows. He's just taking all the yellows. Could lie a couple down here. 4 orange. Done. 3 pink. Maybe with wilds. Points-wise, that's probably the best thing to build. I'm going to fortify these guys. Get myself 2 yellows. They're going to build this. Permanent yellows. Orange is sorted. Blue's sorted. Pink sorted. I'm going to build that. Let's not even think about it. Which opens up, we could build this instead. Because we haven't found anything with a permanent pink yet. Or we could still build this, and the wild now takes the place of permanent pink. And that costs fewer bees. 2, 2, haven't got that. And these require 3 yellows, so I haven't got those. It's a B, which is... yeah, I haven't got anything that scores those yet. Build in row 2. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're not going to trigger the end of the game. So I need to build the Queen's building. It's going to end even sooner, isn't it? I don't know how many points I'm going to have here. So I should build, like, whichever one I do. So it's Combe Castle here. I can use a wild, can't I? Yeah. Because Combe Castle, I have the bees to do. I could delay it and just do this first to give me another wild at the end. I suppose I could turn things into purple. So I've got more points at the end. I don't think it's going to translate into very much. It would get me another wild. Yeah, do that. I get a wild for filling up the row. Evaluate majorities. It's definitely me. That gets discarded. Bring him around. Because I know that there's more left in the solo deck and that he isn't going to trigger the end of the game with buildings because I'm so far ahead in buildings. Okay. So there's no purple. There's no trading now. That card went away. So I think we've just got to build Combe Castle. Have I got that? Yeah. Pink is wild. Orange, purple, blue. We can build Combe Castle. Cost 3 beeples. They don't refill. There's just your 5 in your game. I'm the second player, so that is it. So for scoring, this counts as any letter every time letters are scored. So for A's, I've got 1, 2, 3 points. For pairs of A and D, I've got 1, 2 pairs. So is that 3 plus 4 is 7. C's, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then that's it for those. 12, 13, 17. And then 1 for every 2 purples. Do you wilds count as that? I don't think so, actually. What about when you're getting points for the... Wild permanents can also... Wild permanents and unused can also be used. So, what number was I up to? I've forgotten the scoring now. That was 4, that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 I was up to. So purples, there's a pair, 18. There's a pair, 19. So 19 points. I don't know if that's going to put me into the history books here. As you play solo mode, you can try to obtain each of the 20 achievements to become a Propolis Master. Each time you play, check to see if you met the criteria for any achievements, and then you can choose one of them and mark off the symbol matching your name. So with 19 points, we could have achievement 2. I mean, at least it's not like the only worst achievement. I'll score 7 points from a single structure card. No, the most I scored was like 4, wasn't it? And then 10 points from 1. Have 5 of any one resource type. Have 7 of any one resource type. Have 2 wild permanent resources. To be fair, I only saw 1. It's going to be limited a bit by what you see, isn't it? Have 5 of any letter. I think 3 was my most. Have all of your beeples in your supply at the end. Have all the beeples in the central supply at the end. Have fewer than 5 unused resources. Now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, unused resources are worth something, aren't they? Divide it by 5. So I get 1 more point. So I did get 20 points, actually. Oh, that's all right. Have fewer than 5 unused resources. Have more than 20 unused resources. No, not quite. So qualify for achievement 3, but nothing other than that. And so, yeah, there we go. That ended up so quick. And what can we do? I haven't got anything. I haven't got Point Galaxy lined up, unfortunately. Point Galaxy came with it. Where is Point Galaxy? Because let me check. It's not here. I think we might have to just call it a really short one there. We could have another go. I always think with that, oh, the stream's going to look dead long and it's such a short game. But let's have another go. I mean, how long have we been on for? Like 40 minutes. Let's get the 2 solo cards I took out. What were the ones that I took out? They weren't build structure ones. So we're going to play on hard now. Remove 4 cards. So we have got max 24 turns. Just going to take a bit of shuffling. Take 4 of those out. Reset me to have 1 of everything. 3 people's out. They have all theirs. I'll tell you what's going on. It shouldn't take very long to explain. So, yeah, we're trying to build these structures, essentially. So we have the structures in 2 rows and we have the fields in 2 rows. On your turn, you can either place as many beeples as you like on a completely empty card, and you get all of the things on there. Usually they're resources, but sometimes they let you get beeples. They let you swap a resource for another, not wild. And they let you copy an action on an adjacent card. That's a promo ability. So you can place as many as you like on one single card that is completely empty before you went. You can fortify, so bees you've already got on a card, you can lie them down, up to 2 of them, and you get the thing that they're on again. You want to do that because the majority, like if you ever place meeples on the last card in a row that's empty, you get a wild resource. If you fortify on a row that's already full, you get a wild resource. And at the end of your turn, when a row's now full, you evaluate it. So the standing bees count as 1, fortified bees count as 2. Whoever has the most gets to take their beeples back for free. And if it wasn't their turn, they get a wild resource. You can build structures, so with your permanent resources and with the resources you've built up. These ones here that I was building, and they can give you immediate things like bees back, or they can give you permanent resources to buy more things. They can give you points straight away, or they can give you conditional scoring based on how many buildings you've got of a certain letter. And you can build a Queen's Palace building. They need you to have permanent resources from your structures. You can also spend your whole turn getting well, not all of them, getting as many beeples as you like back. Because you might want to leave some out for majorities that you reckon you're winning. Oh, I need these then, so I'm not shuffling these in. You're a starting one. The other side of the starting resources are the Queen's Palace cards. There are some other Queen's Palace cards in there that are promo ones. There are a lot of them now, so we didn't happen to see them here. Hey, Waxington Park. So it's easier to get as a Queen's Palace building, but it doesn't give you a letter. So is that worth it? Less bees, less permanent things. It actually deducts you starting resources, but why is it better then? And they have more. They are better permanent resources. Yeah, purple is better into it. I got a permanent orange to start off with. It's outraged then. I'm like, oh yeah, the flowers aren't all equal, are they? Oh, their heads screwed on these flat out lot. In an ideal world, I would have Knitting Circle right here, set up and ready to go, but it is not. I haven't opened it yet. I think Knitting Circle is next in, like, it's third in the vote, so we may be seeing Knitting Circle soonish on the channel, which I'm very excited about because I loved it. Disclaimer: I did paid like overviews or playthroughs, overviews stroke playthroughs on these when they were on Kickstarter. But as always, disregard what I think of anything ever. Oh! So we don't gain any more starting resources. We don't lose any. I've got myself one of the more powerful things. And then we need 2 rows of the structures. A bit blue heavy. Very blue heavy. Who shuffled these? Oh, have you got in there, Combe Castle? Sounds familiar. I think I built Combe Castle. I've just left it in there. Oh, there we go. I knew there were cards that had a lot of oranges on them. We're not seeing the cards with a ton of yellow, are we? Okay. So, I have number 1. They have number 1. For tiebreakers, well, that's weird, isn't it? I was going to say roll the dice, but I couldn't see one. Odds I go first. Evens, they go first. That is going to make an enormous amount of difference. Okay, they're going to go on the first card with blue. No. They're going to fortify cards in 2. No. So do they do nothing? I think they just don't do anything. They'll perform a retreat worker beeples action and retreat all of their worker beeples. That's strange, isn't it, to start our game off with? We just haven't drawn any blue cards, and because it's the first turn, they've got no one to fortify. So they did an out. Okay, so we've got a permanent pink. So a bit of yellow, and we can build this. It doesn't do a lot for us, though. Permanent pink. We could build Snapdragon Tower. The wild takes care of the third pink. We just need 3 yellows. And here's a way I can get them. 2 yellows and an orange, please. And that might get us kick-started. Bot, first card with pink on. No. They're going to build a structure. Oh, the end of the game is either when someone has built 10 structures, including your starting ones and any Queen's Palaces, you can only build 1 Queen's Palace each. Play until you've had the same number of turns, or when the bot's deck has run out twice. The bot's deck on hard mode, which we're playing on now, has got 12 cards in it. So tighter on the turns this time. Are we just going to go for Snapdragon Tower? I think so. Boom. 3 yellow. 1, 2, 3 pink. And now we've got a permanent orange. Not too shabby. Next up is going to fortify the first available thing in row 1. No. So instead is going to place on the first available thing in row 1. So I like that monastery, but it requires you to have a lot of blue, which maybe we could have done with swaps, but not right now. We could get more bees. Yarrow Tower wants you to have a lot of yellow and pink. That's going to be hard to do as well. Is there anything got orange and pink? Not right now. I think we just need to build up some resources, I think. What about... let's just get some orange. Yeah. Yeah. Nope, that's yellow. I know colours. Placing the first available thing in row 2. So I can give myself the majority. Why not? Give me an orange. Give me a B. I get a wild for placing in the last card in the row. And I win the majority, so I get my Bs back. Rightmost empty card goes away. Slide everything along. Put a new card in. Just got a single solitary purple there. They're going to fortify the first available thing in 2. Okay. So we've got loads of orange. And if we get 3 purple, we're only 1 purple away. We could get this bakery. It doesn't do anything except score, though. We want A and B. And that monastery is what I want most, really. But how am I getting it? Only in this swap space. So maybe I want to try and get that row cleared out. Let's get... oh, what do I want to do? Look at something like Sage Priory, 4 purples. and you'd get 2 blue permanents. That's not too bad. And then maybe you do that monastery. Yeah, let's go for purple and yellow, please. B is going into the first blue. No, you're not. Fortify the first available thing in 1. Yeah, it's going to be hard to win the 1 row, but I can try. I'll go for get a yellow and a purple again, and next turn I'll be able to build that. But placing in 1, so I'm going to win it basically. So win the majority for 1. This orange card is the rightmost empty, so it gets discarded and a new one comes out. My turn. I'm going to spend 3. Do you want to spend 4 purple? You could fortify. No, let's take in turns up. Let's go. Boom. Spend 2 Bs. Not happy with that, but maybe we'll have to build one of these to get them back. It's a C building, which isn't the best, but there's that building taken away. So I have their turn in case they build something. So this is have 3 resources of your choice, but not wilds. So we've got 2 permanent blue now. So that only needs a purple to build. Give you a permanent yellow. Or, yeah, it's just we can't get blue right now. Getting a couple of pinks is quite nice, but to build what? Great starting with a permanent pink. If things wanted it, we could build this, of course. 1 more yellow and get a purple. I mean, fortify this and you can build that Joe Pye home, but you do need A and B. It's not the worst thing to do. I've just kind of got my eye on this monastery. Getting a wild. Or he's taken his bees away. Get an orange and do 2 swaps. I'm going to spend 2 orange to get 2 blues. Yeah, I am. I am going to do that. But first available thing with purples is going to be this one. I could just get myself a pink and a wild for placing this, and then I'd get to get all of the guys back. But I'm thinking for a future turn, I want to fortify here. Let's get a purple and a yellow, just to get those resources again. Going to build a structure in 2. Ooh, 8 orange. I could do that. It's the bees I'm going to be short on. Oh, this monastery wants you to have 2 bees. Okay. Well, get a pink and a wild for filling up the row and get all of your bees back. Card goes away. Card comes in. Bot, going to place on the first available with yellow. Yellow's tricky to get, isn't it? Still. Well, let's build some of these things. So the Barrage Monastery. I might want to build this. 4 blue. So 2, 3, 4. They're going to place in the first available thing with orange. I'm tempted to do this just because of the... I was thinking of the Forget-Me-Not Tower, actually. But it would give me another pink, and who cares? I think this Joe Pye home. 2, 3 yellow, 1 pink, 1 purple. Build that. Get 2 Bs. And then we're looking out for it. There's an A. Need to get me some yellow, which is going to be tricky right now. But we could maybe do that. And just try and score loads from this. And we've got 2 yellow, orange. Just need a permanent purple for that. Or another orange, and you could do that one. But no, they don't count for X's. 2 orange, 2 blue. So just need another permanent orange, if that would come out. 2 yellow, 2 blue. Need 1 more pink, and we could do this Mangini estate. And we don't care about getting Ds, but need a blue and 2 purple to build that. Okay, I think it's the bot's turn. I think I'm yammering through decisions. Just thinking of what's going to be the best to do. So 1 more yellow and nothing else, and I can build that A. Bot is going to place in the first available blue. No, so fortify in the first place in row 2. I am going to get an orange and then do 2 trades. I'm going to trade for a blue and a purple. Bot is going to fortify in 1. I'm going to build Lil Mill. So 2. Wait, have you worked this out wrong? Yeah, instead of getting yourself a purple, I think you needed a yellow. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow. 1, 2, 3 orange. 1, 2, 3 blue. And then we've got another A. That gets me a B right now. Bot is going to place in the first card with pink. That's here. And I'm pretty sure secures the majority for themselves. This goes away. New one comes out. And then what have we got? What was I thinking about doing? I think I was thinking about Forget Me Not Tower. 3. I'm missing. I need a wild or a purple. What else could we do? Irish Cottage I could do now. It cost me 2 Bs, unfortunately. And it's another A. So I've got 2 A's and 3 B's right now. Let's do this. 2, 3 blue. The wild is a purple. Built. And A scores for us anyway. Bot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things built. Placing the first available thing in 1. So a purple could build me the Lupine Cottage. That's an A as well. What did I just build? I didn't pay 2 Bs, did I? That's the better one to build. Where was this? Yeah, this one doesn't cost you B. Oh. Yeah, cost you 2 Bs. So this one, I need a purple again for, which I haven't got right now. It was nice having that wild last time, wasn't it? And then if I could get another D before the end. What do I need? 1 purple. Let's get an orange and turn it into a purple. Fortify those 2 there. Whole turn just to do that. First available thing with orange. I'm going to build this Lupine Cottage. Got the blues. There's the purple. There's another A for my scorings. There's this D, but I'm not going to get that many oranges, am I? Bot. What's there? You're another A. I just need a pink to make you, and I've got a pink. I could build that. It would be my 9th thing. They're placing in the first available blue. No, they're not. So they're fortifying in 1. They've probably got that row. Actually, we would... No, I would win if I placed there. And I need a pink for something I've just said, I'm sure. No, I need a B, ideally. You're a B. You're a B. 7 orange. It'd be nice to have something that just scored you for Bs, wouldn't it? I'm going to place here to get me the pinks. And a wild for filling the row. And I win the majority, because we've both got 2 fortified, and I've got an extra meeple. Beeple, I should say. So that comes out. We've got turns. They're going to build structure in the top row. Oh, that's nearly revealing a new solo card there. D, I'm not after. I'm after a B thing. And they're all quite hard to do. Actually, get the 3 oranges and you could do that Marigold Cottage. Might be able to get this majority. 3 orange, please. Placing on the first available thing with purple. No. So building a structure. But it's way behind me. So we're okay there. Seven orange. 5, 6, 7. And if it's wise spending just a wild for that. Maybe we shouldn't. Because if you place here, you don't even need to place them both, but you might as well. You'll get a B back, and an orange, and a wild for filling up the row. I've got the majority. So that goes away. That comes out. We've got turns. He builds a structure, but it's just, cycling the market through. And then I've got 6, 7 oranges, so I don't need to spend me wilds at all. 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, and then the Queen's thing is going to be number 10. B with a wild on it. Bot is going. You see, there's only a couple of turns left. Placing in the first space in 2. Could get a wild just by placing here. But I think we're going to go for... I know I need something with pink on it. I've messed this up, haven't I? I have messed this up for trying to get something with a letter on it. I needed another pink permanent. I don't think I got it. I think I forgot. Or I was going for something. D isn't the letter I want, so I was thinking about other things. But yeah, I'm qualified for these ones, but they're not going to give me... Not a billion points. Probably only would have got me 1 more point, actually. So yeah, last turn. Can you earn some points in any other way? We're going to have 3 blue. I've got 3 thingy, and then 1 each can count. For there, can you get, like... Can't really get another pair of these resources for more points at the end. So I think we'll just go for an Anemone Abbey. 2 orange, 2 yellow, 1 orange. Oh, I haven't got a purple. So we're going to have to go for... Yeah, you haven't qualified for any of them. What have you done? Oh, well, they're only loads of points. It's not the worst thing. If there was something out right now that scored for B, it would be amazing. Because I've got a lot of Bs, despite not getting points for them. Oh, no, I've got points for As and Bs. What's going to get me the most points, then? So I don't qualify for a Queen's thing, because I've messed up, which is going to hurt in points. I mean, there's a 2-pointer out here. That would be worth at least 1 point. Maybe 3 points, actually. So I would need 2 orange. Got the blue. And a purple. He might build something and we see something new in the row. I'm going to place here. Get myself an orange and a B. He wins the majority. Fortunately, that doesn't let me get a colour that I need. He is going to place the first card that has a yellow on it. He did not build something. There is another turn. Oh, and I should have got a wild for doing that. Doing the last thing in a row. I might as well have the last available turn, hadn't I? Because that Belfry's probably going to be the most lucrative thing to build. Pink and a yellow would be ideal, but I can't get that. So... what do I need to build it? A purple? We've got wilds. Get the purple. And we'll probably build that. He's just fortifying. Oh no, placing into. So didn't build anything new. I'll build this belfry. It's going to be worth 3 points. It's not a ton, but the situation I've kind of left myself in. So, oh, you haven't got enough oranges here. I think I realised that. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to cost a wild, unfortunately. Blue is fine. Purple is fine. And we can build that. Hey, Marty. Nearly finished. Don't worry. Can have a fuss in a min. So, I'm the second player, so that is the end of it. Points-wise, 2 for every pair of A and B. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4A, 4B. So that's going to be 8 points. Another 4 for a point for every A. So that's 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Remember that somewhere. 18. Then, every blue and pink. Now, can I count the wild resources twice? I bet I can't. That would be cheating, surely. Any resources or guild banish used to score 1 card can be used to score another. Boom. Okay, so we're on 18. Pair of blues. I've got 3 blues and 4 pinks. So let's make that 4 blues with a wild. So that's 4, 22. And then for every yellow, I've got 4 yellows and 4 pinks. So these 2 wilds could go as a 5th. So what have we got? 27. Better than last time, even with the mess up of the Queen's buildings. Was that 27? So we actually qualify for scoring level 6 this time. I mean, the top achievement is 40 plus points, so still a long way off. High praise here. Did I get 7 points from a structure card? I did. My starting one. I got 8 points for that, so maybe I would go for that rather than just an average point. 10 points from a single structure card. That's an ask, isn't it? You'd surely need to do it with one of these pairs things and have to be lucky in the letters that come out. That's why it's an achievement, isn't it? 2 wild permanent resources. 10 total permanent resources. I might have done that last time, actually. Should have checked. What have I got here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Maybe I did it last time. 5 of any letter. No, 4 was my most. All you people's in display or none. No. Fewer than 5 resources. No, I've got exactly 5 actually. Or more than 20 unused. That'd be good going for that achievement to have more than 20. So there we go. Redeemed myself, I think, a little bit with a better performance in game 2. And still, like, you can see, even with me chatting and going on and everything, it's dead snappy. Like, the playthrough with me explaining everything edited down was like half an hour. So, yeah, it's a snappy solo game. And I think, in general... Where's the lid? Hello, lid. Yeah, 15 to 30 minutes. Like, it's... If you were just internalizing those thoughts... Why internalize them, though? Just rabbit on it yourself. It's very speedy and snappy, but there's still, like... There's still meat to it. There's still thought to it. So there we go. That is Propolis. As I said, it's... I don't know about the rest of the world, but as far as the UK goes, it's going to be available next week. And... yeah, you might have backed it on Kickstarter when it was originally on, but yeah, it's going to be available in retail and stuff next week. If you fancy a look, I'll be back soon. On Sunday, we are going to have the next Pathfinder adventure card game episode that I'm really enjoying. I filmed those a while ago when I was trying to, like, knowing that Sabrina was on the way and that time was going to disappear. Hey, guys, I've wanted to do this for so long, for like a year. Like, let's finally get it done. And I only played through like the first section, which I think like, is it four videos? But I had such a good time playing it, and then time got away from me, and then editing them again. I'm like, oh, I want to play this again so much. So I'd like to keep that going. It might have a little break or something. But yeah, the next one of that is coming along at some point very soon, depending on how things go. Tomorrow, which is supposed to be the filming day, in the evening anyway, the filming night. I will have a video soonish, hopefully next week, for Distilled Cocktails, the new expansion that's going to be coming up. And so I will be live again this time next week at 8 o'clock with, it's either going to be Knitting Circle or, well, actually, it might be Inventions, it might be Knitting Circle, it might be an Essen game if Essen things arrive. I don't know, like, it's like, oh, should I put them in the vote so there's these flashy things in the vote? But yeah, there's a few things that have arrived now. The Galileo Galilei expansion arrived yesterday, I believe. I'm excited to try out. Maybe it'll be one of them. We'll see how things go and how well I manage to learn things and that. A playthrough for Timeless Journeys coming up soon. I think it's a playthrough. You'll see. There's loads of stuff going on. But yeah, it's all kind of dotted around at the moment. A baby, luckily. An amazing baby. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I said at the start, I would really appreciate your support. So I'm able to do this. Yeah, I can't make as many videos as I like. I've panicked about not keeping up and all of that stuff. Yeah, your support means everything. Is how I'm able to keep doing any of this. You can join on Patreon. That's where the vote is. You can join as a YouTube member if you'd prefer to do it that way, or you could do like one-off tips on Ko-fi and that. Hey, thank you so much, everyone that's done all of that stuff. You've let me do it for this long. We'll be coming up to, in April, the 10th anniversary, which is scary, isn't it? 10 years. Right, thanks so much, everyone, for being here. Have lovely evenings. I hope that you're watching Taskmaster. Like, it depends where you are in the world, right? You might not be able to watch Taskmaster right away. Although I think it's going on YouTube everywhere that isn't like England in at 10, which is when we watch it anyway. So we have to watch it on catch up. And yeah, Reece Shearsmith's on it. I'm very excited. I'm excited for Taskmaster anyway. I'm sure I'll like the people that I don't know much about. But yeah, Reece Shearsmith, great. Hoping for some good ranty bits. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. I love you. I'll see you live next week, but in pre-recorded form a couple of times before then. Bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.